Celebrity worship is somehow getting worse. People, what up? What's good, man? It's your boy TwoCentz. As y'all can see, we're gonna be checking out an Omeezy video today, man. We got Duke Dennis on the screen and you know what I'm saying, a female fan. You already know what's happening, bro. Right? Before we even get into it, man, y'all already know where I stand on celebrity worship. You shouldn't do it, right? And it's even stranger to me that it happens nowadays, given that I feel like everybody is a lot more accessible than they were, right, than in the Michael Jackson days, for example. Also, you know what I'm saying, anybody can become a celebrity, I feel like, because it's so easy to blow up given how many social media platforms we have. But regardless, man, we still got people, you know what I'm saying, starstruck. It is what it is. Let's get into it.
Look, you think I'm pretty?
Of course.
You want some head? You want some head?
I'm with you, Omeezy, bro. I don't got nothing to say to this, man. I really don't, bro. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm sorry. This is a reaction video, and I'm just saying I don't know. Please accept my apology.
Yeah.
I can't say that.
Yes, you know.
Celebrity worship is getting even worse. People, what up? What's good, man? It's your boy TwoCentz. As y'all can see, we're gonna be checking out an Omeezy video today, man. We got Duke Dennis on the screen and a female fan. You already know what's going on. You already know what time it is, man. But before we even get into it, bro, you know, I feel like it's interesting that, you know what I'm saying, people be extra geeked, especially nowadays, given that I feel like, you know, celebrities are a lot more accessible than they were in the Michael Jackson era, because we got stuff like social media. On top of that, bro, I feel like anybody can become a celebrity at any given point, given right TikTok, Instagram, like how easy it is to blow up and stuff. So I you know what I'm saying, I feel like the term has even been devalued. So I mean, the fact that we got the super glazers. Celebrity worship is getting worse. People, what up? What's good, man? It's your boy TwoCentz. As y'all can see, we got an Omeezy video we checking out today. Y'all see Duke Dennis on the screen and a female fan. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is, man. There's some glazing to be done. But before we get started, man, you know, I just want to say this, right? I find it interesting that this right, these super fans, these super glazers, right, still exist in the modern age, bro, because I feel like celebrities and popular figures are a lot more accessible than they were, right, than in the Michael Jackson days, where you only saw them like once a year, or like on TV one time, or you know what I'm saying, like it's not the same nowadays. On top of that, I feel like it's very easy to blow up, right, given all these social media platforms we have, and become maybe not a full-blown celebrity, but you know, get some sort of fame that, no, I feel like it's overall, right, the term celebrity has been devalued, but you know what I'm saying, we still got some glazing to check out, so let's check it out.
Look, you think I'm pretty?
Of course.
You want some head? You want some head?
You think I'm pretty? You want some head? Very well.
Yeah.
I can't say that.
Yes, you know you do. What? I'd say you can find out, though.
I can find out.
Hello?
No, but I'm saying I can't say.
On camera too, bro. Man, what do y'all think this does to your ego, bro? If you're Duke, man, obviously she out of line, she wild, and she out of pocket, whatever term you want to use. But man, I'm just, bro, you just got a random girl so geeked to meet you that's the first thing she gonna ask as soon as she see you, bro. She don't even know you. How are y'all responding to something like that? Obviously, you gotta say no.
But you can find out.
Cool.
Look, no hands, I don't care.
I don't even really know what to say to something like that. Celebrity worship has always had place and space on this channel to be talked about. I think it's a very interesting topic as to how us as normal people, yes, I am still a normal person, goes above and beyond for people that we don't know. Could be some of the worst people in the world, could be some of the best people in the world,
right.
But at the end of the day, you have no clue who they are.
And obviously, man, everybody's in everybody else's business, right? That's the reason you scrolling Instagram, watching YouTube, or you know, on TikTok, bro. But at the same time, man, you the fact that people be so like they be so tapped in to the point where you know if old Meezy get a haircut somebody don't that a viewer don't like that they'll just turn up on them in the comments or something or right like that people can react like old girl did to Duke. It's really crazy to try to understand that, bro.
I find this example from Duke Dennis to be so interesting because just a couple months ago, as he was outed for potentially having a bunch of baby mamas and babies running around the city and stuff like that, women and people were so adamant on the internet about this was good, this was great, that people were exposing Duke Dennis, that this would deter people from being his next victim in a baby mama fiasco. But there's something that people didn't factor in. The freaked out freakball woman who is obsessed with celebrities.
I give phenomenal head.
No, I don't doubt that, but I'm saying I can't say that. I can't
But
say
you
it.
can find out though.
Huh?
I say you can find out though.
I can find out.
I mean, and obviously, y'all, we not gonna talk about. I mean, maybe old Meezy will bring it up, right? The roles are reversed. We understand double standards exist, and we accept some of them. Regardless, bro, she tripping, bro. She wilding. I don't know what else to say about her, man. Some of y'all doing y'all research and you need to slow down and stop. Don't look up her. Go on with your day and you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all freaked out too, bro. I know about y'all.
No, but I'm saying I can't say
Let's
that
go.
in public.
But you can find out.
Digital footprint looking like it's
Weekend.
got athlete's feet. It's so amazing how this person is so willing and able to do this while knowing that she's going to be on camera, while knowing that this is going to get clips, and while knowing that this has the potential to go viral. But does she give a damn? No.
No.
Does she care about any baby mama allegations that Duke Dennis got on his head? No. Because she can't even see clearly enough to not say these things on the internet. It literally takes Duke Dennis having to tell her that what you're doing is not right.
Also, bro, and he not even talking about the baby mama stuff in this video, it seems like. But why are people so eager to expose bro's family behind the scenes, all right? We don't got to get into that today, but that's another thing, bro. Like, people be so tapped in, they just got to paint somebody in a negative light, or they just got to worship some. Like, it's, why can't you just enjoy the stuff, you know what I'm saying, and that's it. I don't know, bro.
You don't have to.
And I'm not gonna lie, man, like, actually, I don't think there's a single person. I think I would be like, if I saw one of my favorite YouTubers, I'd be like, yo, bro, I watch your video all the time, bro. Can we get a picture or something like that? But I'm not bowing down and you get me? Right, like, I understand being excited to see, like, a figure that you look up to, but it's like, it gets to a point, bro.
Go about doing things this way. This isn't going to get you where you want to be in life. For her to kind of get some sort of clarity on the situation.
All right, listen. Never again.
Not loud. Not
I know,
loud. Not
listen,
loud. You're not
listen.
gonna embarrass me.
I know I'm not listen.
He's not going to
Never
embarrass you?
again will you go to anybody.
Well, not. It's
Hold on,
not
hear
just
me out.
anybody.
I know
You're not just
that. I
anybody,
know
though.
that, but I know that. Hear me out, though.
Duke, you gotta.
I know, but listen.
Duke,
Just hear me
you're
out, though.
Duke.
But listen,
You're Duke Dennis.
just hear me out, though.
Okay, I'm hearing you.
Are
I'm hearing you.
listen, you hearing me, you ain't listening, though.
Okay, I'm listening.
Look, never do that again.
You just touched my titty. I hope you know that.
No, I'm sorry. Never
Don't
do
be
it
sorry.
I know, but like, never again. All right? Keep that shit on the...
DL.
Yeah, don't nobody need to know what you're working with
Right,
until they
but I
find
didn't
out
say
what
it to
you're
nobody
working
else.
with. I know. Until they find out what you're working with, then that's when you feel me? Nice to meet you.
My name is Armani, by the way. Armani, yeah.
Dude, nice to meet you.
Another added layer of embarrassment to that is she did all that without him even knowing her name. She had to introduce herself to him after she had said that his dick and balls could be at the back of her throat. I don't know how she thinks that that's okay. Where are her friends? Where are her parents? Now, there's something interesting to bring up in this specific dynamic here. I can't help but notice the genders in play here. Duke being a man, the young lady Armani, the one who is acknowledging that she can do two hands, no hands, one hand, which did Duke go? Did he find out? I think a lot of people would have found out. But the woman in question is indeed a woman. Now, there's
But y'all have found out? Not me, bro. I'm cool, man. I'm good.
something to be said about how women can sexualize male celebrities in a way that is totally normalized and totally acceptable to the general public. It's crazy because this isn't the first time that Duke Dennis has been sexualized like this, to a slap on the wrist as a punishment.
Josh or Duke?
Duke, I'm sucking Duke's balls. and everything.
Now, while the person interviewing her had a mouth that was agape, and I definitely made my comments on it because that was strange at the time. I don't know why people think that that's okay. For the vast majority of people, they think that stuff like that is okay. Sexualizing male celebrities is perfectly normal. Something to do in public, something for, you know, common folk to talk about on the internet. And there are a subsection of people that think these people are degenerate. But celebrity worship and the way that people view men as like sex objects that should not have their feelings considered has gone to extremes of extremes. Like, I can only think of two different instances where Meg Thee Stallion had a meet and greet and a man walked up to her and grabbed her buttocks and saw the reaction.
So I mean, he is speaking on the double standard, man. Right? And then on the flip side, I don't know if he gonna pull up the Chris Brown meet and greets. You know what I mean? Like I say, bro, I feel like some double standards, I'm not gonna fight against it, bro. You know what I'm saying? As weird as, right, both the girls we just looked at were in the video, man. Maybe it's something wrong with my brain to the fact where I you know what I'm saying, accept that type of behavior, even though I know if it was on the other end, it's totally weird and wrong. And, you know, I don't know, bro. Like I say, man, we got it's double standards about everything everywhere, man.
Behind something like that versus the reaction for Chris Brown
Yep,
in this specific photo. And actually in the Meg Thee Stallion comments, people are coming to Meg's defense and saying that, hey, this is totally weird and disgusting. But in the Chris Brown one, those comments are for all this. And speaking of the Chris Brown meet and greets, this is a perfect example as to why celebrity worship has gotten totally out of hand. Women are losing their minds left, right, and sideways for somebody who, for all intents and purposes, has a bunch of allegations and past history on his jacket. But these people, like in the Duke Dennis situation, similarly, not same allegations, are willing to get these things out of their mind, say whatever the case may be for these situations, just say fuck these situations totally, because they are enamored with somebody that they ultimately do not know because they have some sort of talent. Willing to spend $1,000, $1,111.
Man, how much y'all willing to pay to meet me, man? Don't answer that.
To be exact, to get a picture with somebody that you do not know, just for him to imitate taking your panties off or pretend as if he's the baby daddy in a baby reveal type of situation. Those are pictures that you would take with the father of your child, not some sort of celebrity. Is totally insane. For some reason, people are willing and able to abandon all logic, wits, sense, and even common sense, hell, for their favorite celebrity. I've seen videos of the Chris Brown meet and greets and his stage performances with the different women that he has on stage. It looks nasty to me. Quickly, what separates Chris from like a Bonnie Blue in this situation? And not that I'm putting 100,000% of the blame on Chris Brown here. He does hold some blame because he does play into these sexualized situations and conversations, but that'll never be justification for if something goes bad on one of these tours. But as somebody who is a willing participant in the debauchery, are you not thinking about your own health, safety, and well-being? Like,
there's a lot of people ain't thinking about nothing, though, Meezy. I feel like I learn that more and more every day, and you know what I'm saying? There's really nothing you can do about it, bro.
I'm not even saying inherently he's dirty, but if he did this for 40 shows before your show, are you taking any sort of test?
No, of course not.
There's nobody thinking properly here. This person could be mouth burning. And nothing wrong with being mouth burning, but hey, let me protect myself at least. I shouldn't just be doing this just because it's my favorite celebrity. So let me get this straight. People throw away their public image and their public appearance for these celebrities. People throw away their health, safety, and well-being for these celebrities. And I would hope that this isn't the case, but I'm willing to be wrong. They're willing to throw away their relationships for their celebrities.
Of course, man. I would do anything for Glorilla. Right.
Now, we've all had these conversations at the lunch table. What if your girl was at the Chris Brown concert?
I got one question. This your girl. What you doing to her?
And also, bro, man, I understand the dating pool is messed up, bro, but obviously, man, you're not dating nobody. People are dating girls that do this, clearly. But if you got some sense, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, you gonna ask your girl about, right, her, does she worship celebrities or not? And if she does, man, then, you know what I'm saying, it probably ain't gonna work, bro. So just don't date a girl that would even do something like this, because you don't even have to imagine if it was your girl, because you already know what you want.
You staying or leaving?
You leaving.
A tale as old as time. What happens if you get pulled up onto the stage with a Glorilla, with a
Jeez,
Cardi
bro.
B, with a Meg Thee Stallion, and they twerk the life out of you? Maybe that's the closest way that I can make it for the men in this
Twerk the
conversation.
life.
I don't think we're allowing any of those women to choke us. And maybe if that's what you're into, but they wouldn't even do that. But that was always supposed to stay a lunchroom hypothetical. You know, group chat talk. Things to talk about at a party or whatever the case may be. Something for the hee-hees and the ha-has. But when it becomes real life and people are putting their real life relationships on the lines for celebrities, that's where the line gets drawn.
This girl took a picture with Chris Brown at Chris Brown's meet and greet, and her boyfriend ends up breaking up with her. Let's see the boyfriend's response. He finally responded.
Well, I'm the boyfriend, but of course I broke up with her. But she don't want to mention that she was cheating before we even ran into this problem. The Chris Brown thing was the icing on the cake.
This is another thing, bro. Like, man, I feel like certain stuff just don't even need to be brought online, bro. Like, we don't need to know that you was getting cheated on. Now we know that you're getting cheated on. Now we got opinions about you, bro. Maybe, right? Sure, our opinions don't matter at the end of the day, but they matter to you. Cause you know what I'm saying? You sharing your relationship with everybody. You know, that's another topic though, bro.
And as far as Chris Brown go, these light-skinned, you know what? Shania, do not get on the internet and try to act like, oh, you don't need me. You don't need me. You needed me when you moved to my house. You needed me when I had to co-sign on the car for you. You needed me then, but then you go meet Chris Brown, and I broke up with your cheating ass. And the main reason that I broke up with you is because you've been cheating. This Chris Brown thing is just some extra bullshit that I've been dealing with since I met you.
At that point, you just don't give a damn about anything that goes on in your life. Not only are you willing to risk your relationship ultimately for it to end, but now you don't even got a home. You homeless, and you about to be carless. You don't even have a car no more. You put a good man out to the curb for one night of pleasure, and not even pleasure, because I don't think Chris Brown smashed
No.
you. It was just a simple picture. It wasn't like this other guy who had his girl being humped on stage by Chris Brown.
I don't know what I would do, bro. But at the same time, man, you know, it also comes off different, bro. Like, let's say a female celebrity is acting equivalent to Chris Brown and just twerking on every dude, and you know, like, we view them different than the girls view the man that pulls all the chicks, right? So that's also I feel like another reason why we kind of okay with the double standard, bro, because we got like different ideas of what's attractive as men versus what women like. You know what I'm saying?
But you just did that for a picture with Chris Brown, an embarrassing one at that. Why can't they just take regular pictures and potentially hold hands, throw up a peace sign, you know, Black Power fist, even just a simple hug? Why do they have to go over the top because of this celebrity that they're so infatuated with? And when we talk about going over the top, it's one thing to have a one-night experience going to see a celebrity and getting a little carried away in the audience, shouting the name, throwing the underwear, etc., etc. I probably wouldn't pick that underwear up because I don't know where it's being used from, but nonetheless, that's one thing. But dedicating your whole 180-day classroom to this specific artist seems to be a little over the top. I know a lot of y'all saw the Chris Brown classroom from last week, and it honestly rubbed me the wrong way. I could only think of it from the perspective of if I was a parent and I walked into this classroom, whether it be math, science, social studies, history, whatever the case may be, and this teacher had the lights dimmed, purple string lights going, all these Chris Brown albums on the wall, calling it the Lit Lounge, and playing Chris Brown's Take You Down while my kids are trying to learn at 8 in the morning. She said the classroom was overstuffed as well. So do y'all know what that looks like? Do y'all know what it is like to be at a classroom with 40 people listening to Take You Down by Chris Brown? Mind you, there was a dance that went with this song that is totally inappropriate for kids. So just put yourself in the frame of mind of walking into the classroom and hearing it. I wanna take you down. For the youth that is teacher or whether you be a student, I would be concerned like hell. Hell, it's no wonder that America.
Also, bro, why is the principal allowing that? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause unless she's the principal, you know, I don't know, bro. I keep saying, you know, clearly you don't know, and I don't know. Nobody knows what's going on, bro. We just here, bro.
is lagging behind when it comes to education. Students are more worried about Chris Brown because the teachers are more worried about Chris Brown and the damn education system as opposed to the actual education.
Right.
So I just seen a TikTok from a teacher named Miss Leggett who got a Chris Brown theme classroom, English classroom, not even a music classroom, just theming her classroom Chris Brown, which is a known abuser. Whether you like the fact he's a known abuser, whether you believe it or not, he's a known abuser. And then had Tory Bricks, Rich the Kid's baby mama fiance, call in to wish the kids the best. And then you calling it the Lit Lounge? What does Speedy be saying? Have we strayed? What are we doing?
Not the many poets, not the many essayists, not the many writers that we have in American history who could and should potentially be looked up to. No, you have a celebrity on the wall. You have celebrities calling into your classroom. You have a lit lounge. There's some studies out there that show that being addicted to celebrities, creating these stan accounts, being parasocial with them, you know, just being overall obsessed and worshiping these celebrities is a sign of low intelligence. And based off of what's going on in politics today, mainstream media today, hell, non-mainstream media today, the internet culture as a whole today, we can see that there are a lot of low intelligence people who have an unnecessary allegiance to a bunch of different celebrities. And you would think that it would change because what seems to be on a weekly or at least monthly basis in 2025 is that some celebrity that somebody loved is being outed for being some sort of bad person, but that's not really changing anything. These people don't give a damn about that. I wonder what it would take for these people to actually, you know, champion people in their fields, people that are actually beneficial to their lives and don't just give them that entertainment factor. But until then, we're going to have classrooms themed like this.
The Lit Lounge, man. Legit Lit Lounge, man. Shout outs to Old Meezy, bro. Y'all got any idea why celebrity worship is taking us over? If you do, man, leave a comment. Let me know, bro. Help me understand, because I still don't. But great video, man. That's going to be it. As always, it's your boy 2Centz. Say it with me. TCZ. We out.